Traders War Room wants to thank you, the viewer, for coming along with us on this journey. Please check out the description because all links and relevant content covered in the video will be located there, as well as all the social media platforms and some online brokerage so that you can get involved in the stock market. Just want to put a disclaimer out there. I am in the process of moving, so I do apologize for my workspace not being as organized as it normally is, but you guys, I'm sure, know how it is when you're moving, and definitely I look forward to giving you guys great videos when I get to my new house and my new studio. So thank you for bearing with me.
What is up, team? Chuck with Traders War Room, and I'm back at you with another video. Listen, this is your midweek SITREP, and we're going to talk about the stock market and what's hot and what's not and the trends. And I got a great video, so make sure you stay tuned and stay engaged. But what I need you to do right now is I need you to like, share, subscribe, join the team, and join the community. Listen, there's a social media platform out there, and I know you got one of them, and so do we. So whether it's Twitter, Discord, Facebook, YouTube, or Reddit, check the description out because all the links to all the social media platforms and all the content covered in this video are right there. So, as always, if you're ready, follow me and let's go to war together, team.
Traders War Room wants to remind the viewer that all content on this channel is for education and entertainment purposes only. You are responsible for every move you make within the stock market. Tread cautiously and tread carefully, but have fun and go to war.
Hey team, real quick before we get started, big salute to all the team members, and don't forget we got that 500 member challenge that ends on the 31st of May, and if we can hit that, we'll do live streaming with a free gift giveaway. But what I need to do right now is I need to say thank you guys for bearing with me while I'm moving. I am full-blown mood mode and my house is a wreck, but I look forward to giving you guys great content still through the move process. And when I get to my new house, I'm gonna have a new studio and it's gonna be fantastic, and I look forward to it and I can't wait. What I need is to thank you guys for coming with us on this journey and being part of a team and giving us that engaging content that really drives all the social media platforms and the entire channel. But real quick, enough chit chat. Let's get into the stock news and talk about what's hot and what's not in the stock market, something I like to call the buzz report. Let's hit it.
All right, and here's your market movers. I saw a lot of action today on T and SPY. Real quick on SPY, a lot of analysts out there are expecting a pullback below 400 in SPY. So what does that tell me? That tells me I need to start thinking about puts, all right? Maybe a month or 2 months out. Definitely need to watch it and do some DD. But also, when I'm thinking about SPY, I'm also thinking about the stocks that are inside of SPY. And I'm also thinking of ticker QQQ, okay? So these kind of go hand in hand. So definitely pay attention to that moving forward. Top gainers, I saw a lot of action with MOSY, and this also gave opportunities for a lot of scalps throughout the day. And Vera saw some nice movement in VERA. Now the losers, I didn't see much on these, didn't really pay attention to these too much. However, I do want to hit on this. A lot of these losers, especially when it's a significant drop, it might be hitting a bottom and be an opportunity to get in for a rebound, even if it continues to go lower. A lot of times these will rebound a little bit up, give nice opportunity for a nice scalp or possibly a reversal. So we need to pay attention to them. All right, and you saw sector performance right here. Definitely energy materials. We've been hitting those up pretty hard, and they've been riding high for, a few days, if not weeks, moving in. They've been doing pretty well, so we're bound to have a pullback, right? And today was our pullback. Information tech and communication services were the highest ones, but barely. We got infotech at 0.33% and communication services at 0.10%. So not a good day as far as sectors are concerned, but definitely there was a few bull runners out there that we had opportunity to just hop in. And here's your futures. I'm doing this a little early. Definitely when you're looking at futures, you want to get towards the end of aftermarket. Usually 1900, 2000 is a good time to get your futures for the next day. But remember, futures only give us a glimpse, and they start working that plan that we got in our mind for how we're going to attack, destroy, and conquer the market tomorrow. So don't take these as set in stone. Just take it like a grain of salt, but definitely great glimpse into what the market is expected to do or being predicted to do tomorrow and moving forward. All right, and so your top news today, Colonial Pipeline confirms it paid $4.4 million to the hackers. Listen, there was this hacker group, DarkSide. If you haven't heard about this, you need to spin yourself up. Check the description. There's a link there. You need to read up on this. This is one of those quote-unquote, it can't happen again type of events, and we need to be prepared. And there's stocks and companies that we need to hop on in order to make sure we get in low before they start to steamroll up in protecting this type of information. But moving on, listen, this group, DarkSide, they're a hacker group. They held this Colonial Pipeline for ransom. Definitely the FBI says, hey, we don't like you to deal with ransoms because it just opens up the door for them to ask for more or to continue doing it, or another company, basically you're giving in. But these guys didn't know the extent of it, so they decided to pay the money and get their pipeline back online. And if you didn't notice, the whole East Coast, specifically the southern East Coast, man, they were brought to their knees with this event, and it was a big deal as far as fuel prices and definitely fuel shortages. So definitely pay attention to this. Check that description. This is big news, and definitely industries and sectors and companies that can deal with this type of warfare, cyber warfare and stuff like that, those need to be on your radar moving into the future. And I hit on this the other day in the video, and boom, what do I get today when I open up? Elon Musk's carbon comments will be change point for Bitcoin. So just like I thought, man, when he came out and said that whole thing and Bitcoin been dropping, man, it spun up a lot of people's, minds, and a lot of people's eyes were open and stuff like that. And, usually it's one of these hear no evil, see no evil. Well, man, you heard some evil and now you're seeing evil and people are reacting. And definitely this was already being spun up. You already know this was done, tactically and stuff like that. So keep your eye out and looking for these industries that are going to start be pumping out these green type of rigs that can mine crypto. So it's already out there. People are looking for them. We need to get in early and ride this thing to the freaking moon, guys. And last story, Chili's owner sees people return in droves for sizzling fajitas, ribs, and $5 margaritas. I don't want you to take this as this is a story about Chili's, okay? I want you to take it's a story about restaurants and people being able to go out and enjoy themselves. Listen, this is an industry that's been beaten up, okay? The restaurant, food, and hospitality industry has been beaten up, all right? So you need to pay attention to these industries. We need to make sure that, we pick the winners out of the groups. Not every single one is equal. Some of them are just floating by and will continue to dwindle down. But the winners, we need to hop in because their prices are attractive right now and they have a lot of room to catch up, and we can get in at a great, fantastic, low price and ride these things again to the freaking moon, all right? So that's it for the Buzz Report. Let's get at it.
All right, and I know you guys saw that slide that I put out, the new video format, and so we're gonna kick it off today with part of that new video format, and we're gonna talk about the trends in the marketplace. So what is going on in the marketplace and what are the trends that the news people and the analysts are talking about. So let's try to get some of those out there and see if we can make some moves and make some money off of the trending news. So let's hit it.
And one of the top trending things is the crypto market, and the leader of the pack, of course, is Bitcoin. And so the best way to understand Bitcoin volatility. Now, I'm not going to read this word for word, but you need to pause this and pay attention. Listen, if you're not spun up on the crypto market and you have zero interest in it, then, skip this part. But if you're not spun up on it, or you got a little bit of knowledge on it and you're definitely interested in crypto, you guys need to start digging into the crypto, understanding what each of these coins or what each of these tokens is doing, what kind of problem it solves within a bigger picture of things, what type of blockchain it's on. And if you don't know these type of terms, then you need to dig into the books and you need to get spun up on them, okay? And here in a second, we're going to look at some of the top crypto and see how it's been doing. But definitely crypto's taking a hit right now, and about every 3 years it goes through a big fluctuation, and it may spin 50-60% down and go up 50-60% and just continue going back and forth like this. Great opportunity for scalping, but also great opportunity to lose a lot of money if you're not in it for the long term. So need to pay attention and spin yourself up. So let's check out some of the crypto and see how it's doing. So I'm using Coinbase for this report, and if you don't have Coinbase, definitely get yourself spun up. And Coinbase is a good just overall crypto market and exchange for you to get involved in it. So check out the description. I got a Coinbase thing in there so that you can check it out and hook yourself up with getting into crypto. But here you see the entire market is down, negative 20.37. You got some winners, you got some losers, but definitely a lot more red than green on this particular page. But these are the big ones that have a lot of volume, and a lot of people are playing these and making money, and definitely losing some money currently. But these are the big movers and shakers. Now, real quick, since we're talking about trends, I'm going to start talking about a little bit of crypto on this video. I haven't done much of it, but we're going to start adding it in. I want to bring your attention to one that has my attention, and it's Mana, M-A-N-A, and it's tradable on Coinbase, and currently it's at 84 cents. Now, this is that crazy volatility. So on the day, it was at $1.16, dropped all the way to 51 cents, and then settled around 84 cents. Crazy volatility, and this is what you're going to have in the crypto market. On the month, we have it hit $1.60 and it hit 51 cents today. But I want to bring your attention to on a yearly, and this is why this coin has me excited. As we look at the yearly, we're looking at it that it hit a high of 163, did some pullback, spike up, pullback, and now it's coming back down to a place that it had other support at another level, and I like that. It might dip some more and even go down a little bit further, but definitely this is an attractive price in my opinion for a good 2x in the near term, and possibly with this coin continuing on into the future. Definitely something that I wouldn't hesitate on picking up, 100 shares, 200 shares, even 300 shares, and just holding it and riding out and seeing what it does. And I told you with the crypto market, you have to pay attention to what the coin does. So let's talk about Mana. It's a Ethereum token. Now, everyone's heard about ETH, right? Or an ETC. So this is a Ethereum token. It means it works on the Ethereum blockchain, and it's decentralized virtual reality platform. It can be used to pay for virtual plots of land in a decentralized as well as in-world goods and services. So this definitely has some real world potential, and it's definitely got my attention for the future. So do some DD on some other cryptos. You guys got some links. You got the Coinbase link in the description. Check it out and get spun up if you're interested. Next trend. Now, this wasn't on a hot trend or a market sector that was trending really hot, but individual stocks within this biotech and the pharmaceutical range are freaking killing it. And right now, NASDAQ is pushing 8 biotech stocks with major catalysts on the horizon. And check out the link. I got the link to the NASDAQ index so you can read up all this, because we're just going to cover just a few of it. And just a real quick disclaimer, I like the pharmaceutical industry and I like the biotech because it's a lot of opportunity, a lot of quick spikes, especially with new drugs and phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 trials and all that stuff. A lot of catalysts can make these things move very quickly, but failed attempts or bad news can make these drop too. So you definitely want to get in low, ride them up high, and then if you got a winner, great. Over the long term, a lot of these will do fantastic, but they're not for the faint of heart, because these things will dip quickly and you'll go in at $1, it'll spike up to 7, you'll be like, man, this got tons of more room to run, and then it'll just tank on some bad news back to $2, and you'll be like, man, I should have sold. But check them out. I'm going to have a couple links there for you, but definitely biotech and pharmaceuticals are on the rise, and we got 8 stocks that are being hit hard with major catalysts coming up in the near future. And we see a lot of movement within this index and this industries during the first part of the year, because that's when all the news is going to start pushing out. That's when all the Q4 and Q1 results come out. That's when all the testing, starts, the new pipelines, all this type of stuff start at the end of the year and at the beginning of the year for a lot of these industries. And so it's a lot booming right now, and then you're going to start seeing phase 2 results coming in the summer, and towards the end of the year you're going to see phase 3 results for the ones that continue to go. Now here's the 8 stocks. Now look, you see a lot of red, right? And a lot of these are some expensive stocks, a lot more than these small cap penny stocks that a lot of us are trading and things of that nature. But don't be afraid to hop into some of these more expensive stocks. Just because this stock is $214 doesn't mean this thing won't bump up to $400, $500 on some phase 3 positive results that they cured pancreatic cancer type stuff. All right, these things will move and shake, especially with good news, but definitely you got to do your homework and you got to do your DD and make sure you get in with the good ones and ride these things, especially if you're trading them. You need to buy low, sell high as always, and definitely a lot of these move on the rumor and they sell on the news. So keep that in mind. And I want to give you some of the stocks that are in the industry right now. We're looking at the biotech and medical research, and these are a lot that had positive % change. And you notice a lot of these, some of them are cheaper than others and some of them are expensive, but definitely these are movers and shakers. But you can't just look at the winners, because these things could have jumped on some catalysts and they're looking for a pullback. You also got to look at the losers that have been beat up and given opportunity for a bounce back on up after people sold and took profits. And so here we have the losers of the bunch on today. And I give you this as a tool for you guys, because a lot of our watch lists that we come off of from the losers, because they hit double bottoms or they're hitting at their support level. And these are the opportunities that we're looking for, good stocks that just people took profits because they were riding it for a while and decided to sell it, and it just tanked the stock. Now some of these have negative ones, so you definitely have to do your work and see which ones tanked for a reason and which ones tanked because it was just a normal taking profits, selling out, or being shorted, something of that nature. But these give the opportunity to spike up quickly, especially like take IOVA for example. Man, it changed today, negative 39%. This would be a prime candidate, in my opinion, to look at for a potential buy-in tomorrow, depending on what it does in the market. If it continues to tank, then you don't buy in. But if it looks like it's looking for a reversal to get back up to a decent level, this would be something that maybe you could ride up for a couple buck, plus, and definitely get some money in your bank on the green side.
All right, team. Hey, that's a wrap. New video format. I hope you guys are going to like it. We're going to make sure we get it right. We're going to continue to get better every time. And thank you again for bearing with me while we get ready for this next chapter in our life and we transition from this house to the other house. So I can't thank you guys enough. Hit those like, share, subscribe. Invite your friends, come along with us, hop on the social media platforms so you can make sure you get those alerts, because we are killing it out there, man, attacking, destroying, and conquering, and that's what we do. Here at Traders War Room, we look at the stock market like it's a war zone. Those stocks and those sectors, those are our battles. We do it together as a team, all right? We recon, we survey, we make sure that when we go into a trade that we have a strategy and a plan and we get our best bang for our buck. The end goal, and I preach this all the time, is that we are better planned and prepared today than we were yesterday. And we share that with the community. It is a growing and a sharing knowledge-based type of community and family that we're striving to have here at TWR. Now, if all that sounds good to you, then you know what? If you're ready, follow me and let's go to war together as a team.